Hi guys, today we're going to react to From Me to You by BABYMETAL featuring Poppy. This is a Buy Me a Coffee request from Tabitha and Jim Nusbaum. Thanks guys for this request and for all your ongoing support. Much appreciated.
Thank you, Tabitha and Jim. You've been amazing with all the support you guys have been throwing our way. We appreciate you. And yeah, please keep it coming. Let's check out some more BABYMETAL.
I want to say refreshing. It's a music video as opposed to live performances that we react to, and it's coming from BABYMETAL's YouTube channel. This is a fairly recent song. It's very fast, almost no intro, visually awesome. It feels like the pace itself is faster than what we normally react to with BABYMETAL. I'm loving it so far.
Yeah, the pace is pretty fast, which is kind of how I like BABYMETAL. I like it fast. I like it when they're heavy. Obviously, Kami Band in the background here just kicking ass. At the time of recording, this is their most recent release, and it's a pretty cool one. I'm not familiar with Poppy's music. I've never heard the name mentioned before away from BABYMETAL. I've heard about this single coming, but I have not heard Poppy before, so this is interesting. So far, I'm loving the sound of it. I love that they sing most of it in English, and it gives me a chance to kind of have another opportunity to hear them sing in English, and it sounds great. So far, loving it.
I'm not familiar with Poppy either, but the one thing that I've noticed that works astoundingly here is the combination between Su-Metal's voice and her harsh vocals. It's a wonderful mix, like it was made in a lab. It's so precise. I love the combination. It's really awesome to listen to.
Yeah, for me, I think it's going to take a few more listens, as I've kind of become more a fan of harsh vocals as we've been covering more of it in episodes over the last couple of years. But I'm still not 100% sure on the harsh vocals here. It just sounds a little bit different. I think I'll need a few more listens to get used to it. But overall, it does sound fantastic. I like the way it hits me with the heavy, and then the chorus goes into like sort of a J-pop kind of, maybe more of a poppy mainstream kind of element to it. But it all works so well together, and it just gives me this awesomely energetic song, and I'm loving it so far.
Also, regarding the different vocals, it's not just the sound, it's also the demeanor. Su-Metal feels to be at a calmer place, and Poppy feels frustrated and angry.
Which potentially has something to do with the subject matter. I'm still not 100% sure on that either.
When it goes from me to you, hanging up from your mouth, you can show me, but you ain't no stand a chance. With this rage inside me, give me to talk it, give me to talk it. Maybe now we can kill the enemy.闇を抜け光
Sumedel's caressing section here with the Japanese, it just gets under your skin. I think it's a highlight of the song for me. Very catchy, very pleasant to listen to. I really, really like it.
Yeah, the part sung in Japanese, I think you're referring to the bridge. Yeah, it sounds really awesome. It came right after the chorus. I definitely noticed that as well. Really, really cool.
You're doing this wrong, 'cause at the end of the promise, someone can come. I can't rest till you're fucking reckless. Is this good intention? Is being justified? How trendy it is you rest with your lies. Rest with your lies. Rage inside me. Give me to talk it. Give me to talk it. What's this rage inside me? Give me to talk it. Give me to talk it. Give me to talk it. Maybe now we can get the enemy. So tell me, give it shit. Stand up and make your move. Let the fire carry on. Let the power go from me to you. From me to you.
I was gonna say BABYMETAL is so popular, even Satan's making a cameo. But that's not Satan, that's Poppy, because she was singing through that monster's mouth.
That wasn't Dave Grohl?
Dave Grohl needs to drink a lot of Pepto-Bismol to sound like that. I don't think that's him. I'm gonna need a few seconds to take that character in. I didn't expect that at all, to have a monster in the music video. All in all, it feels a notch more mainstream from a specific song that we've heard BABYMETAL do. I can't believe it has anything to do with the collaboration with Poppy, because she contributed harsh vocals. I just don't see the connection between her and mainstream. I think it's a decision that the band made with this collaboration. Maybe there's something different about this song specifically from most of the other songs that we reacted to of BABYMETAL's because it's a music video, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's the actual direction that they took to be a bit more mainstream. I think the song is mainly in English, so I think maybe that's another marker that it's a tad more mainstream. I don't know, I like it. It works.
I think the mainstream part that you're referring to is really the chorus, but they've had that in a lot of their songs. It's potentially what you're saying. The English might feel a little bit more like they're trying to conquer a new market, perhaps. And I think they are. I think they are doing this with all these collaborations that they've been doing with all these different artists from a bunch of countries. With Electric Callboy, who are German. There were several from all kinds of different countries, you know, Polyphia and this and that. And this is probably another one. I'm not sure where Poppy's from. I have to comment on, like what I said earlier about her harsh vocals in the beginning. When it hit again, my ear was already getting used to it. It was already sounding cool. I think this was a really good mix as far as the collaboration, and I think this is a grower as well. I think I'll get used to certain sections of it that I may not have connected with straight away. They'll work for me in the future because there's something about this song that is so sweeping and catchy. Really, really enjoyed it. I'm curious to find out more about Poppy, sort of where she comes from, like how this collaboration even came about. It's kind of an interesting thing to think about. The demon monster character that we saw in the back was an interesting one. This whole music video is pretty much entirely green screen, blue screen, whatever you want to call it in the back. It's all kind of animated. I'm very, very curious to see if they've ever performed this live with Poppy. I would like to see that. It's a cool music video, a very, very cool song, and an interesting one that I've had a tough time sort of getting my head around as far as the theme.
Something about Poppy's harsh vocals. I don't normally think about it when we listen to harsh vocals, but the sheer fury from her, it's like a statement with her harsh vocals as they intertwine with Sumedel's clean vocals. I never took notice when we usually listen to bands with harsh vocals, what kind of harsh vocals those are. What do they mean in the song? But in here it's distinctive. That's why it caught my attention.
Yeah, and there's some sort of a mix with Sumedel's vocals, but also Moa and Momo. They can clearly be heard in this. So they're all coming in with clean vocals, and then Poppy's harsh vocals almost work against it. It's almost like some sort of a battle as the song kind of portrays, and they've sort of maybe expressed it with the different vocals, which I thought was interesting. At a guess, I don't know. I mean, this song has lots of themes in it to do with connection and maybe communication, resilience. But within the music video and some of the movement between sections in the song, it felt like they were trying to portray like this sort of chaos, whether it's in somebody's mind or something else. There's like elements of adversity and overcoming, something to do with, I'm not sure if it's exactly camaraderie, where basically someone's trying to lift someone else up, trying to communicate to them that there's a better way of doing things or something like that. Something maybe along those lines. The chorus says, with this rage inside of me, maybe we can kill the enemy. So it's like potentially maybe feelings and thoughts that affect a person negatively. And this other someone saying, hey, we can do this together. We can get over this. You know, it says, stand up and make your move. Let the fire carry on. Let the power go from me to you, from me to you. So it's basically somebody saying, use what I can give you to get over whatever this thing is that you're battling with. And there's something that seems to have an element of defeating this monster. So in some sections, I'm not sure, it sounds like someone communicating to a friend, comrade, whatever, this offer of help. And in another, it's like some sort of a communicating with this monster entity or whatever and defeating it, also referring to actually killing it, which could be a figurative thing, a symbolic whatever of killing a certain negative aspect, whatever it may be. But it ended up like, you'll rest with your lies, that section. And to me, that felt like it's saying that whatever this negative is coming forth within this friend, that they're going to together work to kind of kill it and stop it from lying to the friend who's suffering. I really don't know.
Yeah.
There's a lot going on. Yeah.
There's a certain level of ambiguity in it to make you develop a few directions of thought. What I had in mind is that the calm and collected person and the furious person are the same person. This person is battling their own demons. I think maybe the message of the whole dialogue between them is that fury and anger is not the way to go, as it manifests itself in the end as the demon itself. Because the demon sings in harsh vocals, like an introspective thing, a person having a conversation with themselves.
That makes sense, because it could be just someone who's having an internal discussion with themselves and with their own demons, so to speak. The demons are shown as an actual demon here. And it's someone who's basically saying to all their dark thoughts and internal negativity, perhaps, that they're going to put that to rest and move on with their lives. It's possible. It's interesting. But I felt that there was an element of companionship that made me think about friendship and something to do with somebody else, but it's possible that that's just me. So from me to you is actually from me to my monster, from me to my darkness.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
BABYMETAL's lyrics tend to do that sometimes, where they throw us in all kinds of different directions, and it's more about a feeling you get out of it. I think the song and the lyrics are going to take a few more listens to kind of get my head around altogether, but awesome to listen to. I really, really enjoyed it. Sue's vocals are always awesome, so it's never a surprise anymore. I'm loving the way that Sue Metal and Momo and Moa kind of combined to give us this something, and in this one, a collaboration with someone whose vocals are completely different from theirs, to give you that interaction, perhaps, in the song where they're portraying different characters, and it sounds amazing. Love it. Kami band, always great.
Being a rarity when we react to a BABYMETAL music video, I think we're exposed to a whole other layer of concepts from them, because we react to live shows and we get to experience their thought process within those live shows, how they perform, the way everything works in the audience. But with the music videos, we get to see another side of them when they build these pre-designed concepts where they get to show us what they mean on another level. Reacting to a music video makes me realize that there's a whole side of BABYMETAL that we haven't been exposed to enough yet.
Yeah, we've done a couple of music videos from them in the past, and I'm sure we'll get to more. It's interesting because we're getting a lot of BABYMETAL requests, and some of them have been for songs we've already covered. So sometimes it's a different live version or music video and live. Yeah, it's really cool to see all of that from them. But yeah, by far they've become one of my favorite bands, and I love hearing new music from them. So yeah, I think I'll be checking this out over and over again over the next few days just to kind of get with it. Thank you, Tabitha and Jim. We appreciate you both as always. Thank you guys so much for being such amazing supporters of the show and for this amazing request. Keep them coming. We appreciate you guys.
Thanks, Tabitha and Jim, very much. We enjoyed reacting to this BABYMETAL music video for a change. More like this will be much appreciated, and thank you for all your ongoing support. If you enjoyed this episode, guys, please be sure to like, subscribe, comment, and click the little bell icon so you get notified on all our future videos. If you have a song in mind you'd like us to react to, please make your request through BuyMeACoffee. The link is at the top of the description below. Thank you all for sticking with us. Thank you all for your time.
As always, our Baby Metal Reactions playlist should be up on the screen sometime about now. Give it a click, check them out. Awesome, awesome band. Thank you so much for all the support you're sending our way. We appreciate you. Without you, we couldn't be doing this. So yeah, keep it coming. We'll be back in a couple of days with a new episode, guys. We hope to see you all then. Thanks again. See you soon. Bye.
Bye, guys.